Hey, Shanike here. I'm going to walk you through Evoto. If you have never used it before, this is the video for you. So first off, we have Evoto opened up. It's going to automatically pull you into the library. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to add an image. You're going to come up to the plus sign on the left side of the screen, click import image. You can import RAWs or JPEGs. We're just going to grab one right here. It'll ask you if you want to import it to the current project, which we do. A project is basically an album, or if you want to create a new project. Okay, so we're going to import our image. There we go, it was successful. So there are two main tabs in Evoto. You have the library right up here. You also have edit. So the library is where you can go through and you can cycle through your photos. Okay, you can also cull. So in the bottom corners, if you look down that way, right here, in the bottom right-hand corner, you're going to have options similar to Lightroom or Bridge, where you can flag a photo, you can reject it, you can add your stars to it. To add a star to a photo, you're just going to click on your keyboard 1 through 5 to select it. And then you can show how big you want the photo. Okay, you can say, hey, I want to fit it in a different way. You can also use some of these buttons to look at several different options. I usually just keep it on a single photo. All right, so in the left hand of your screen, you're going to have the library. You're going to have different folders. So I have ungrouped projects, which is because I don't typically assign them. You can also make projects so that you can organize your albums in an easier way. So we're going to go to this photo. The next section of Evoto is the edit section. This is where I spend most of my time. A couple things to know about Evoto. Evoto is a free software that you can play with, edit, and then when you export is when you pay for it. So when I export, because I buy the credits, a credit is one photo. So one credit is going to equal one edited photo that you get to export and use. And so whenever I purchase credits, I buy them where they cost me around 7 cents a piece. They're usually like 7 to 10 cents, maybe 12. If you're buying less photos, you're going to spend a little bit more. But honestly, it is literally pennies a photo. And so it is a no-brainer for me. Now, when we get over to these options, I want to show you, just kind of give you a rundown of what is in the editing panel. In your editing panel, you've got 7 different options. Okay, the first one is color adjustments. Color adjustments is going to be very similar to what you have seen. I'm going to kind of pull these here so you can see it quickly. Color adjustments is going to be super similar to what you have seen in Lightroom and what you see in Photoshop in the adjustments panel. So you have all different options. The thing that is different in Evoto is there is an AI color adjustment, which is really cool. We're going to do another video on that, but that is something to know that's a little bit different. Then when you get to the next tab is portrait retouching. This is one of my favorite things about Evoto. This is actually why I started using it, because the actions that I used in Photoshop to adjust baby skin and parent skin and sharpen eyes naturally and things like that took a really long time to run. I had fantastic, like top of the line actions, but they would take my computer about 2 to 2.5 minutes per image to run it and use the action. So in this, I can do it in like 5 to 30 seconds, depending on how slow my computer is running that day. So you've got options to put your skin retouching for individuals. You can do it on your females, males, children, elderly, or you can say, hey, if it doesn't recognize what age a person or sex a person is, then you can say, this is a male, that is a child, and it will actually adjust it there. This makes it really great because you can adjust specifically for one person in a group that might have a different skin tone or need redness taken out, etc. Okay, so you have a lot of different options. Keep in mind, Evoto, I think, was made more for your like glamour, Vogue type photographers. So some of these options seem a little over the top for normal portraits, but you can go through and soften things, you can sharpen, change your skin tones, and make it look super natural. Then we've got a couple others. We have background adjustments, which is where you can smooth out your background, where you can change it, or you can add a sky layer in. You have a clothing adjustment. This is going to help de-wrinkle your clothes. Then there's a couple others. You've got cropping, which is pretty self-explanatory. Tethered shooting, which I have not personally used, but I know a lot of photographers love to shoot with tethering. And then the last is auto import and export. So those are your main settings.